So the 5v5 last night took place between Matchroom and Queensbury, and this is my reaction to the card. Now, Queensbury completely whitewashed Matchroom, which I just did not expect. Queensbury won this 10-0. But let's just go through the fights anyway. So starting off with Craig Richards versus Willie Hutchinson. Now, I'm not going to lie, I didn't really get to see this entire fight, so I can't really comment on the whole thing. I got to see like the last four-ish rounds. Yeah, I'm surprised Craig Richards didn't win this. I thought that was a lock for Matchroom. But apparently it just wasn't the case. Apparently Willie Hutchinson boxed really well in there. From what I seen, he looked good. But like I said, I didn't get to see the entire fight, so I can't really comment on that. But anyway, that put Queensbury up 1-0. Then we moved up the card to Ray Ford versus Nick Ball, which in my opinion was fight of the night. This was an absolute great fight. Now, Nick Ball started off really, really well in this fight. That left lead uppercut was landing all night on Ray Ford. Ray Ford just could not defend it. And for like large parts of the opening stages of this fight, Nick Ball was winning really comfortably, just outworking Ray Ford. And even when Ray Ford would go back to his corner, it kind of a part seemed like he was deflated in there. But then I don't know what happened. Ray Ford just found, I don't even know what. It's just in the later stages of the fight, Ray Ford just came on, started finding his range. He busted up Nick Ball's nose. I thought he was actually going to get close to finishing him at one point. I thought he really hurt him in there. Ray Ford came on really, really strong in the end there, but unfortunately it was not enough to get the win, and Nick Ball got his hand raised. Now, in my opinion, this was a really, really close fight, and I think it could have been a draw. I think a draw would have been fair. Now, I'm not saying it was a robbery or anything like that. Like I said, it was an extremely close fight, but how I had it a draw. I would love to see the rematch, but Ray Ford did say in the post-fight interview that was his last fight at featherweight. So, unfortunately, we won't get to see that rematch, but that was definitely fight of the night in my opinion. Then we move up the card to Amo Williams versus Hamza Shiraz, who was Queensbury's captain. He kind of got like the loudest pop out there in terms of fan support. Hamza Shiraz did. So, I mean, maybe this guy is going to be a big star that Saudi Arabia are going to want to kind of build off out there. I don't know, but he kind of had the most noise for him out there. But anyway, I did predict Hamza Shiraz to win. Amo Williams talked a big game in the lead up of it, which kind of like was swaying my opinion on who I thought was going to win. But Amo Williams did do some really good work in there in the opening rounds. But Hamza Shiraz is just a level above him. Great stoppage, great win. And he got the double points with that KO. So Matchroom at that point, I believe it was all up to Hrgovic and Wilder to get the KO, just to level it. And we all know how that went. But Hamza Shiraz, I would love to see him in a world title fight next. This guy is a great talent. Then we moved on to the Bivol fight. Now, Bivol got the win in the 6th round by TKO. Bivol looked really good in there. I think they said that was his first stoppage in like 7 fights. I mean, obviously his opponent took it on short notice and didn't look too bad in there. But yeah, Bivol is just a different class again. And the fight between him and Beterbiev has been rescheduled to the 12th of October, which is opening Riyadh season. So I'm looking forward to it. Bivol looked good out there. In my opinion, Bivol will win the undisputed fight. That's just my opinion. Then we move on to Daniel Dubois versus Filip Hrgovic. This just did not go how I expected. So Filip Hrgovic, well actually it started off kind of how I expected. Filip Hrgovic was just pulling at Daniel Dubois' lead hand and throwing the right over the top. It kept landing. But it was really doing nothing to Daniel Dubois in my opinion. Filip Hrgovic just could not hurt the guy. And then he just fell off a cliff. Hrgovic literally just like nosedived, fell off a cliff. Daniel Dubois was landing a really nice, he doubling up on the jab and then throwing the right hand over the top. He cut Filip Hrgovic open, cut him twice on both eyes actually, and that's how he got the stoppage, was due to cuts. Filip Hrgovic, I'm not going to lie, looked shit in there. He looked ass. I don't know where he goes next. Daniel Dubois, AJ has to be the fight for September. I am looking forward to that one. I think AJ smokes him, but yeah, it's a fight I'm looking forward to. And finally, the main event, Deontay Wilder, Zhilei Zhang. Now, when Wilder was making his ring walk, I was certain the Bronze Bomber was back. I thought Deontay Wilder was back. I'd predict Wilder to KO him. Just the stuff he was saying in the lead up, I thought he was back. I thought Zhilei Zhang maybe not stylistically, but was kind of a good matchup for Wilder. He's not a big mover. Wasn't the case. Now Wilder didn't look as timid as he did in the Joseph Parker fight. But it's this boxing off the back. I mean, obviously Zhilei Zhang was the one putting him on the back foot, but like Wilder just in the last few fights seemed to be comfortable being off his back foot, and like I know that's just not his style. He did let the right hand go at times, and he did crack Zhilei Zhang at times, but it didn't even look like it affected Zhilei Zhang. And then the ending sequence, what the fuck was that? So Zhilei Zhang, which is a shot that I had said Wilder needed to watch out for, was the right hook. He cracks Wilder. Wilder gets up. Or sorry, he doesn't get up actually, sorry. Wilder gets cracked with the right hand. Does like a fucking 360 turn. I don't know why he done that. And then Zhilei Zhang just fucking whacks him again, obviously. And when Wilder went down, I thought, oh, it just looked like he fell down, was able to keep himself up. Wilder fucking splats on the floor, head bounces off the canvas. He was done at that point, and then when he got up, I'm glad the referee stopped it. The trilogy between Wilder and Fury took everything Wilder had. It took everything out of him. Wilder's done, in my opinion. He's an absolute legend of the sport, the biggest puncher we have ever seen, but unfortunately, at 38 years of age, it's time to hang the gloves up. He's just not there anymore. Wilder's done for, in my opinion. Great win for Zhilei Zhang. The rematch with him and Joseph Parker I'd be interested in. But overall, yes, I mean, Queensberry completely whitewashed Matchroom, but I'd love to see another 5v5. There were great fights. I really enjoyed it. What a pay-per-view it was. Let me know your opinions in the comments below. And as always, like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. I am on the road to 300 subscribers, so would appreciate the support. And I'll see you again in the next one.